Okay, so this was the best dive of the Vandenberg this season. Light current and the viz was fantastic. As soon as I get in the water, I can look down and see the wreck. It was phenomenal. Justin was the captain, Amanda was the first mate, the redhead girl, and I am holding the GoPro 360 because I was trying to figure out the issue with my mask leaking. I'd say 90% of the issue went away by taking the GoPro off my forehead, but as you can see, the camera, I'm going to have to see if I can do something with that stability. When I get in the water, it gets much better. So I'm wearing the 3mm shorty, and it was perfect. I mean, never got cold. So the water temperature is definitely coming up. I see those straps on my mask need to be tucked away. I've never had the 360 video with me before, so I hadn't seen this perspective before. I had a foreign guy with me. He was taking stills, and a very nice guy. We had a great time. That's the wreck already underneath us, and I don't even know if we're down 20 feet. So this is just me going down. We go about 45 to 60 feet per minute down, so it shouldn't take more than minute and a half to get to the top of the structure. Top of the structure sets probably at about, well, the pointy part maybe 50 feet, the other part 60 feet. But we're headed down to that smokestack that you saw me in recently. I think Jeff was inside of one of them yesterday. I normally don't go back-to-back days. I'll apologize now if you'll see it's a little blurry. I had put the camera in backwards, and I opened it up with my wet gloves and got moisture on the inside of the case. This does do clearer video, but I made the mistake of opening the case up. I had to. The on-off button and everything were in the wrong orientation, so I couldn't do anything. Looks like we're getting down to the wreck now. We were on ball number, it was a unique thing. We were on ball number 3, but the downline for ball number 4 was right next to the stern of our boat. So all we had to do was jump out and follow it straight down. It was fantastic. We do see a giant, what do they call it? Grouper? Goliath grouper. Goliath grouper. He was a little camera shy, but I think I get him to where you can see him. Some of this you should recognize already. I did the first dive we went stern. This dive we decided to go to the bow. I wanted to go to the wheelhouse again, and we did make it there because the current was very favorable. We're probably running at about 70 feet right in here, 70-ish. I don't remember, to be honest. Did go deeper than I thought. I don't know when I did it. Maybe we'll see it on the dive, because I think I hit 90 some feet on this dive, and I lost track somewhere. The other guy had a really nice camera setup. He did stills mostly. I was hoping he would give me some, but we didn't exchange information, so I won't get any of them. There you can see the fogginess. That's from the GoPro. The one side was fogging up. You can see the line if you look between the way the two lenses are stitched together. At least I got usable footage. This is an area where I've filmed before, going forward. The Goliath was actually in the wheelhouse area. He was hiding inside of a dark area, probably because there's, so many divers. I think our timing was good because some of the people went forward before and we had gone aft and kind of flip-flopped this time. So we went forward this time and we didn't have anybody else there. We didn't see anybody till we got back to at least the number 3 mooring attach point. There's so many neat areas. If you had twin tanks or something that you could go down in, you can see right below me there. This looks like an exciting place to go into. I do see some light in there, so you would be able to go in and go up. I should have done that. On the first dive, this guy had a small air leak on his yoke, but his breathing rate was definitely better than mine. You can see he's not constantly breathing. He's just got a real slow breathing rate. Here's that crate that had that big green eel under it the other day, so I was hoping to see it again, but I dropped down and there's a lionfish you'll see, but the green eel I did not see. He's in the bottom left of the screen right now. I was making it a point to kick pretty good. I wanted to get to the front of the boat if we could, and we did. But that might have been another reason I was expending quite a bit of oxygen. Here is where the grouper is, the Goliath. He's right in there. I see him and I back up immediately to get the other guy. I think I actually get him on video here a few minutes later, but I wanted to try and show it to this guy. The grouper just backed into the dark away from us is what he did once they shined the light on him. Oh, there he is. See, he moves though every time you move the light on him. There he is. Shy guy. I actually go around into the wheelhouse here, and then in a minute I'll see him again. An interesting fact, there was a guy that was like 6'8", 280 on the boat with us. He was wearing 28 pounds of weight so that he could get down. I was wearing 4. I wore 5 on the first dive and 4 on the second. Now granted, I'm using steel tanks and he's using aluminum, but that still sounded like a lot of weight. That's those draperies or whatever you want to call them, POWMIA stuff again. The lighting was really good today. In a minute we're going to go up further forward, and where I have that light shining in, the grouper's actually in there. When I go look in a minute, I see him again. If you watch, it happens pretty quick, but you'll see him broadside in the light. He's right there. There he is. As soon as I see him, I try and get the other guy's attention, and then try not to shine too much light, but yeah, he's right in there. In real life, he's I don't know, he was probably at least 60 to 60, 70 pounds probably. Maybe 80. He was big. It was enjoyable to see him. All the dives, that's the first time I've seen him in there. They say there's at least 2 of them on the boat. They're probably deeper or in darker areas. I try to show it to him, but he's gone. Next, we're going to go forward of the wheelhouse, and then go out by the American flag that was hanging, between the 2 pillars. We're probably down about at least in the 80s, 80 some feet here. If I go down again, this must be where I went into the 90s. That's probably where it happened. I think it is, as a matter of fact. When I go over to those pillars, that flag's hanging in between them. And it wasn't even that easy to see today because the current and everything was so light. Yeah, if I hadn't got moisture in there, doggone it. That's actually the sun up there. It was just such a good day. Look how the flag's just hanging there today. That is fantastic. Couple barracudas off to the left. This was with about as far as we went, because just you can see the bow right there. So we're just getting some footage, and then we'll turn and start heading back. Okay. Headed back towards the wheelhouse. We kind of stay up higher because my no decompression limit has wound down. I forget what it was, but it was pretty low. Here's the gun turret you've probably seen before. We're just staying up a little higher now, working our way back across. Every once in a while you'll see the boat up above. That's how good the visibility was. Because we're probably setting at least 70 foot, I bet. And that's the shadow of the boat you're seeing up on the surface every once in a while when you see me turn and look. There it was. As my tanks get lower, I have to let the air out of my BCD because I become more buoyant. I remember at some point here I find a sign that says Duval Street. I think it's further up though. Oh, a big stack of barracudas. See how that diver's going through like a blurry line? That's because of the fog in the other lens. Now we'll start seeing some more divers. There was a boat forward of ours and they were just starting to come down. I think that's actually the attach point for the number 3 mooring ball that we're on. But our boat is actually right above the number 4. So about halfway up this, you'll see me kind of just go across, because I realize that I need to do that just so I don't have to take the tag line. That was a completely separate boat of people just starting to come down. They had just showed up. I think I was going to go up initially, but then when I saw these people coming down, they were kind of doing what we were doing. You know, they were probably on 2, but their boat was over, you know, this line, so they just followed it down. That's actually their boat. You see that next stack on the ship? Our boat is up above that. And I end up swimming over to it. You can see how their bubbles are going straight up. That's how nice the current was, so light. You see the sun rays going down through the water now. Now we're getting over to the line that goes up to our boat. It's actually the number 4 buoy, but it ends up right at our boat, even though we're moored on number 3. So I'll get here, I'll do my deco or my safety stop, and then I'll go ahead and go on up. The only reason I'm showing you all this is I thought it was kind of interesting, all the people and everything. We did see a loggerhead turtle on the previous dive. That was nice. too much.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Alright, you made it.
Thank you.
How was it?
It's the best I've seen it.
Yeah?
Oh, it was too good.
It was good.
It doesn't get a lot better. That was that good.
How was it? Good? Alright.
Oh.
Follow you back to an empty spot.
Ah.
Yeah, he threw his throwing fins at me.
Must be doing this too much.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Alright, you made it.
Thank you.
How was it?
It's the best I've seen it.
Yeah?
Oh, it was too good.
It was good.
It doesn't get a lot better. That was that good.